Hi, I'm Rapunzel from Armenia. Please like and subscribe. When I was little, my mom and I moved a lot. We changed towns every few months. And I couldn't help noticing that I was different from the people around me, even Mom. Everyone had dark eyes and hair, so my blonde curls and green eyes attracted attention.
Wow, she's so precious! And well, she looks nothing like you. Is she really yours?
Mom always smiled and said I looked like my dad, but I knew she didn't like the comments. And soon, we moved again.
Don't look at anyone directly. And never take your hoodie off outside. People get jealous of your beauty. Love.
I was 6 when Mom started working as a cook in a mansion, and she told me strictly to never leave the kitchen. One afternoon, Mom had gone out for groceries when a tall woman walked in, and she stopped short when she saw me.
Aren't you a beautiful little girl? Why don't you come with me, honey?
As I was in her living room eating cakes and chatting nonstop, Mom came bursting in.
There you are. I've been looking for you everywhere. Sorry, mistress.
Oh no! I brought her here. From now on, she'll spend time with me while you work.
Mom wasn't happy at all, but I'd have the best time. The mistress helped me with my reading and gave me lovely gifts. But a few weeks later, she said she wanted to adopt me.
I can give her every luxury in the world. Her life will be 1,000 times better as my daughter.
How can you even ask this, ma'am, to part with my own child? I would never.
You fool! If you truly cared about her, you'd let her have the life she deserves. Also, I looked up your records and there's no birth certificate for any child of yours. Leave her with me and we can keep all our little secrets.
She reached out for my hand, but I grabbed hers and bit it hard. She screamed as Mom and I ran.
Pack your things quickly. Hurry!
And so we left. But this time we kept traveling till we reached some docks late at night.
We're leaving for the U.S., darling. We'll never know any peace here.
Someone Mom knew helped us sneak onto a cargo ship, and we left to start a new life in New York. We spent the first few months in a homeless shelter, but Mom found a job at a restaurant soon, and we could afford a small place. Mom even let me join the public school after changing my name. When I asked why, she said it was for my own good, and I didn't ask anymore. Even though I didn't really stand out here, people still admired my looks. In 5th grade, my friend Melissa, who participated in beauty pageants, told me to try out too. The prize money was good, so I begged Mom to let me join, and I soon became a pageant queen, and modeling offers started pouring in. By the time I was in high school, I'd done my first national ad for a shampoo, and my face was on a billboard. One morning in 10th grade, I walked into the school hallway to see some kids gathered around a boy. He turned his face, and I caught my breath. He was beautiful. He threw his head back and laughed at something, and it was the most captivating sound in the world. Suddenly, our eyes met, and I realized I'd been staring at him like a moron. But I had to find out who he was. I walked into class to find all the girls talking about this handsome new stranger. Just then, we heard a loud groan.
Jeez. I'll tell you who he is if you give me $20 each. And for $50, I'll introduce you gals to him. He's my brother.
The new boy introduced himself as Derek and said his brother Ryder was our senior. Just then, the teacher walked in, and everyone flew to their seats. I caught Derek looking at me, and he smiled. He was cute, but his brother was a Greek god. One day, I had to reach a modeling audition after school, and as I quickly crossed the road, my heel got stuck in a chewed gum. As I struggled to set it loose, I looked up to see a motorcyclist charging straight at me. But suddenly, someone pushed me out of the way. I opened my eyes to see Ryder looking down at me.
Hey, are you okay?
I think so. Nope, I feel dizzy. Ryder swept me up effortlessly and carried me to his car. He took me to the hospital, and it turned out I had a minor concussion.
Your mom's on the way, I called her.
Thank you. I am so lucky you were right there.
Well, it wasn't a coincidence. I was actually following you to ask you out.
Really?
Why do you sound surprised? I can't be your first admirer. You just might be the most beautiful girl I've ever met, Rapunzel.
He touched my cheek and my heart fluttered. Just then, Mom walked in, and she couldn't stop thanking Ryder. I was discharged soon, and he even dropped us off at home. Ryder and I started dating, and the next few weeks were like a dream. He was intelligent and thoughtful and always knew how to make me laugh. We were the golden couple of the school. A few days later, I got paired with Derek for a science project, and we met up at the library to discuss it. It's funny, we've hardly spoken before, especially since you're in my class and I'm dating your brother.
Well, Ryder has that effect on girls. They fall head over heels for him and see nothing else.
That's not true, and I'd like to get to know you. Let's all have dinner sometime.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. Listen, Rapunzel, there's something...
What's going on here?
Hey, we're working on our project, and I was just...
He's your project partner? No, that won't work. I'll talk to your teacher and have your partner changed.
What? This is none of your business, dude.
It's very much my business, dude. I don't want my girlfriend to fail, which she will with you.
Derek looked furious and stormed off. Ryder, you can't tell me who to be partners with. And what's wrong with your brother?
Listen, babe, you don't know him. He's not serious about anything. And he just thinks he'll inherit millions one day without lifting a finger. I'm already working with Dad and his company, and freeloaders like Derek just bother me. Trust me, he's gonna make you do all the work and just take credit for it in the end. Just ask your teacher to change your partner, please.
Derek didn't seem like that, but Ryder knew his brother better, and he looked upset. So I requested the teacher for a partner change the next day. Life was good, except that lately, I'd been getting rejected after auditions, and Melissa had gotten a few ad campaigns I'd really wanted. But she was my friend, and I was happy for her. We were at a party together one evening, and I noticed Ryder was really quiet on the way home. Hey, you worried about something?
Yeah, just you, babe. You trust people way too easily.
What do you mean?
You don't think it's strange that Melissa has suddenly been getting every single commercial? She's rich. What if her mom paid bribes to get her those parts?
What? No! Melissa would never do that. She's the one who got me into modeling.
And she probably regrets it now since you've been doing so much better than her. Jealousy can really change people, Rapunzel. Trust me, I know.
His words made me uneasy, but I decided to ignore him. But a few days later, Melissa and I were at an audition for a lipstick commercial, and she kept forgetting her lines. I had a flawless audition, so I was shocked when Melissa was selected again.
Hey, I was so sure you'd get that.
Yeah, me too!
Wait, why do you sound mad at me? I'm just as surprised.
Oh, drop the act! It makes no sense you'd get selected unless you paid your way in.
What, are you crazy?
I can't believe you'd stoop so low. Ryder was right.
He said this about me? Rapunzel, you've known me since we were kids. Why are you letting this guy?
He's my boyfriend, and he's clearly less naive than I am. Melissa and my other friend stopped talking to me after that, and it just made me angrier that they all took her side. Thank God I had Ryder. Soon it was our 2-month anniversary, and Ryder wanted to celebrate in style by taking me out on a date to a classy French restaurant.
I want you to sit on this side, facing just me. I don't want anyone else to admire your beauty tonight.
That's a bit weird, and so cheesy.
It's just how I feel. And here's your present.
Ryder, you've already done so much. I gasped as I stared at a gorgeous amber necklace.
See? How could I not get that? It's like it's made for you, Amber.
My heart was pounding as he put it around my neck. Why? Why did you just call me Amber?
Did I? Obviously a mistake, Rapunzel. Now shall we order?
I felt so distracted that I could barely read the menu. I needed some air. I excused myself to go to the bathroom, but just as I got up, I bumped into the waiter bringing our drinks.
Oh, I am so sorry, madame.
No, it was my mistake. Here, let me help you.
Oh, please, don't worry about it. I'll get you some drinks.
As he ran off, Ryder turned to me coldly.
Why were you flirting with the waiter?
What? I was just trying to be nice. But suddenly Ryder swiped all the plates off our table.
Don't play me for a fool. You kept touching his arm.
You're insane. I'm leaving. I ran out of the restaurant and looked around for a cab, but Ryder caught up with me.
If you walk away now, I'll make your life miserable, Amber.
Why do you keep calling me that? Just stop it.
Ha ha ha! Because that was your name before you came here, wasn't it? I know all about your past and you can't escape it. Yeah, I'll have you and your mother deported to Armenia and...
Suddenly, Ryder tripped over something and fell down, hitting his head. I frantically called an ambulance and used Ryder's phone to call Derek to the hospital.
What happened?
He tripped over something. The doctors say he'll be fine, but I can't stay here another minute.
Rapunzel, what really happened?
I broke down and told him how crazy Ryder had acted in the restaurant.
I wanted to warn you! You're not the first girl he's done this with. He's the perfect boyfriend at first, but then he gets so jealous and scares every girl away.
It's not just that. Derek, he knows things about me and he's threatening to ruin Mom's life and mine.
If you tell me what it is, maybe I can help you.
Derek, I need to talk to Mom first.
Of course, and you need to be sure you can trust me.
I looked into his warm brown eyes, and I felt I could. So the next day, I asked Derek to come to my place, and Mom told him everything.
I'm not Rapunzel's mother, I'm her aunt. Rapunzel's parents passed away when she was a baby, and I was her guardian in their will. But her other aunt and uncle kept insisting that I give Rapunzel to them. They only wanted her because of all the money in her name. They were powerful people, and I knew they'd keep trying to take Rapunzel away from me. So I ran away with her. We traveled far, but I'd always felt they'd find us. Then we came here and changed our names, and it seemed like we'd finally left everything behind. Until now.
We can't go back there, Derek.
I'll do everything I can, I promise.
I couldn't bear to go to school for the next few days. I felt sick with anxiety. Then finally, one evening, Derek showed up, and he was smiling.
My lawyer worked on your case. And given how long you guys have lived and worked in the US, your status will be made legal immediately. You can't be deported. No one's going anywhere.
Mom and I cried and laughed as we hugged, and I threw my arms around Derek too. Thankfully, Ryder still hadn't returned to school, and I started hanging out with Derek. I also apologized to Melissa.
Rapunzel, I was so affected by what you said that I confronted my mom. She didn't pay for me to get those roles, but someone did, and I have no idea who.
I do! It was Ryder! He did it because he wanted to turn me against everyone close to me. But I never should have doubted you. A few days later, I just put some stuff in my locker when I turned around to see Ryder.
Hi, Amber. Did you miss me?
You wish, and don't think you can ever bully me or scare me again. I don't care what you know, you can't use it.
Wow. What a transformation from the chicken girl I last saw. But yeah, I just came to tell you that I've lost all interest in you. Seems like you really lowered your standards when you settled for my brother. And I don't date trash.
He walked away, and I realized I'd been holding my breath. But minutes later, I heard loud voices down the hallway, and I ran to see Ryder smashing Derek against the lockers and beating him up. It took 4 teachers to pull Ryder away as he screamed like a maniac.
You want everything I have, don't you? You always have, you little worm. Do you think I'd let you be happy? I'll ruin your life, Derek. You'll regret the day you ever crossed me.
Derek went home early, and I was completely shaken by the day's events. Later that night, I was having trouble sleeping, and I heard a loud tap on my window. I sat up in horror, only to realize it was Derek. Gosh, you scared me! How are you feeling now?
I can't feel my face, but my heart's happy. I just had to tell you. Ryder went completely bonkers at home too, and my parents have admitted him to an institution for therapy.
That's such a relief. I'm sorry you got hurt because of me, Derek.
Don't be! I'd take 100 punches for you. Well, not 100, but you know what I mean. And Ryder's right about one thing. I've wanted to be with you since I first saw you.
He leaned in and kissed me, and it was lovely. We graduated from high school and both went to the same college in another city. Right after graduation, Derek and I got married in a small ceremony with our parents. Ryder was apparently out of the institution now and managing his dad's company in Europe. But of course, he wasn't invited. And a year later, we were blessed with a beautiful baby girl, Sarah.
Hello, I'm Linda from Croatia with a story about how love saved many lives. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I was raised by my mother and grandmother in a beautiful small village. Mom is a unique person, often acting strangely. For example, after a woman said my long auburn hair could help me become a model, Mom cut it short at home and said,
"Short hair suited her better."
And when I watch Disney movies, she reminds me,
"Real life is not a fairy tale. If you find Prince Charming, run in the other direction."
She said my mother became bitter after my father left. When she became pregnant, he disappeared with his secretary, breaking all his promises. I always watch Disney movies at my best friend Tanya's house. Does she find her mother's overreaction funny? Tanya will joke.
I will hide your Romeo when you find him.
Life isn't that bad, but I struggle with one thing. While others had dreams and goals, I didn't know what my passion was. I have tried everything. Ballet, piano, video games, but nothing stuck. I thought I would never have a fixed goal in life until one day in 10th grade, we went with school to visit the dam in the canyon. It's really huge and amazing. While our teacher was talking about how it worked, I saw Tanya going somewhere. I followed her and found her in a secret room. "Tanya, what are you doing?" Before Tanya could answer, we heard voices nearby. She grabbed my hand and we rushed to the emergency exit. That was close. But why would you do that? They will just replace those screens and you might be in trouble. That's because of what the dam did to nature. It was painful, and many villages were flooded for its construction. I didn't know you were so involved in this. Well, I'm in an activist group now. We're trying to fix things. Come to our next meeting. I wasn't sure at first, but attending that meeting really opened my eye. Our beautiful valley has changed a lot because of the dam. I joined the activist group, distributing flyers and collecting signatures to remove the dam. It was difficult. Then Tanya told me she was going to Los Angeles with her dad. A month before leaving, she gave me the keys and U-shaped uniform to carry out an adventurous plan. Don't ask me how I got them. We will make a real difference, Linda. Just go to the control room in the dam office and upload this virus to temporarily close the dam door. I nervously agreed. Wearing my staff uniform, I used the key to enter the control room. I heard someone walking towards the control room. I hid and only saw a guy from school named Luca. I jumped out of my hiding place. Luca, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was just looking for my wallet. Dropped it somewhere during a visit.
His excuse seemed stupid, but before he could ask, loud alarms started going off everywhere, and we both quickly left. At that moment, he noticed the USB pencil in my hand.
Are you planning on uploading something to the dam system?
And what if it was me? This dam is evil. The people who made it were evil.
So bad! What you are doing is really dangerous. We all want to protect the valley, but there are safer ways to do this.
After that night with Luca, I stayed away from Tanya. I felt angry at myself for letting her manipulate me so easily. In addition, Luca and I became closer. He's a good listener and makes me think differently. We started to trust each other more and more. I couldn't help but start to love him. Mom found a way somehow. Mothers only know these things, I guess. You daydream a lot and draw hearts. Poor beans. Who is the boy? But my mother insisted on meeting him before I could even think about going on a date. So I invited Luca to study. But when he got there, Mother seemed to turn into a detective. First, she accidentally spilled salt in his coffee. Luca made a funny face as he tried to drink it, but didn't want to seem rude. Then Mom started asking questions. Luca, important question. If you had to be an animal, which animal would it be and why? Says a lot about a person. Linda really likes loyal dogs, you know?
I guess I'm a cat. Independent but good company.
A cat, right? They are quite mysterious creatures. Hopefully that doesn't mean you have a lot of secrets. She continued her questioning, making it clear whether she was keeping a close eye on him or not.
I think your mother hates me.
Don't take it personally. She hates older men.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
We laughed about it, and before he left, he gave me a quick kiss. How did I get so lucky? Everything's fine. Until one day, Tanya returned after a month away. I knew we had to have a serious talk about what happened, but things get complicated when Tanya and Luca meet for the first time. When she returned, I was at some restaurant having lunch with Luca when Tanya appeared. Hey buddy, no calls? There hasn't been a single text message asking about me for a whole month? Oh yes. Why would I contact a fake friend who took advantage of me and manipulated me? What are you talking about? And who is the guy with you? Wait, this is Luca!
Hi, Tanya.
How do you two know each other? Linda, I can't believe you're dating your enemy. Luca is the son of the dam owner and will probably soon become the heir. What? Wait, Luca, why didn't you tell me?
I was about to do that. Don't know how to bring it up. Actually, especially when you believe that my father and his company are evil.
Because they are.
Oh, please. Tanya, have you ever told your best friend why you want to close the factory so much? At least Linda actually cares about nature while you just want revenge for your father. Linda, listen to me. Before the new business, Tanya's father was my competitor. He lost the project many years ago. And since then, his family has tried every way to ruin our lives. The activity group is just the latest plan.
What do you know? Yes, it started as revenge, but now I really care. Also, aren't you going to tell Linda that you're building a new dam? Are you planning to evacuate your grandmother's house and people's houses in the valley for construction?
Are not! It's not final yet!
Oh my God! One friend manipulated me and the other lied to me. You both couldn't believe. Stay away from me.
No, waiting! Don't listen to her! Linda!
I just left, and that night, I stopped them everywhere. My trust in Tanya and Luca was shattered, leaving me feeling betrayed and alone. Sitting at the kitchen table, I confided in my mother. When she heard it, she felt both angry and sad. Linda, you can cry over this mess or stand up and fight. Use what you know about Tanya and Luca. Learn more about this new dam. We need information to stop it. Her suggestion had a strong impact on me. Okay, Mom, I will do it. So the next day, I decided to meet Luca at a coffee shop. Luca, I'm sorry for scolding you the other day. I'm here to give you another chance.
Really? That means a lot. I still care about you. Linda?
However, there is one thing. The The new dam project needs to stop. Can you help with that?
I wish I can, but I can't stop the dam. What if I buy you a new house in town?
A new house? It is our home and our valley that are at stake, not just a house.
You should be grateful. Linda, I'm giving you a way out. Not everyone gets that opportunity.
An option to give up everything we love. Some choice, Luca. You come here acting like you're helping us while tearing our lives apart.
This is not easy for me either. I'm trying to find a middle ground, but you're making it impossible. If we don't compromise, we will both lose everything.
I don't compromise with people who have no heart. You want to talk about losing everything? Talk to families who have lived here for generations.
You think I don't know what's at stake? But this is bigger than us, Linda. Sometimes we have to play the hand we are dealt.
And sometimes, Luca, we need to step back and step away from the table until you're truly ready to understand what's at stake. This is over. And by the way, you're an idiot.
Oh my God, you're just trying to make me look like the bad guy here.
You are. You're so heartless and greedy, and there's nothing you can say to make me change my mind. In anger, Luca threw the phone on the ground. Everyone was silent. All eyes were on us. How dare you! I will do anything to stop you from building the dam. I will even force you to remove the first dam, you greedy and wicked people. Luca got even angrier and started screaming.
You don't understand it!
I could hardly believe the crazy side of Luca I had just witnessed, so I decided to reconnect with Tanya, and she apologized for lying to me. Together, we got to work. We organized protests, started a viral social media campaign, and collected signatures. We held community meetings and attracted media attention, rallying support to protect our valley. And we got attention, but it's not enough to stop the dam project. And the city government asked us to start evacuating. They offered us an apartment in a nearby town, but we refused. Facing the possibility of leaving our valley was really difficult for everyone. It hits the elderly the hardest, especially my grandmother. It made her health worse and forced her to be hospitalized. She was there for 2 weeks, and one day during my visit, she told me something crazy.
Linda, I need to tell you about your father. He was involved in the construction of the dam.
What?
Yes, he didn't leave because he loved his secretary. He invested in the dam. Currently, he is a rich businessman living in the city. Back then, his mother kicked him out.
Why you do not talk to me? Didn't he just run away? That he is actually a villain.
We think it's best to keep it away from you. He chose money over us.
A person who loves money more than his family. How could he?
I'm so sorry, honey. We want to protect you.
So I'm not just fighting against a few greedy big companies. I'm fighting against my own father. I tried to contact my dad, but it was always voicemail. I left a message, but he never answered my call. When Mom caught me hanging up, she said, "Linda, stop. He made his choice a long time ago. He won't listen." And then tears began to roll down her cheeks. I wrapped my arms around her, feeling her pain as my own. I went to Tanya's place, my heart heavy with the secret about my father. I haven't told her yet. I feel too embarrassed. I'll make sure Linda backs off. My hand pushed the door open without thinking. What's going on, Tanya? Who are you talking to? Linda, I talked to Lucas's father. I'm so sorry. Why is that, Tanya? How can you do this to us? He threatened my family, Linda. I have no choice. You've got a choice, Tanya. You can talk to me. We could have faced him together. We can't fix this. Linda, wake up! Rich people control everything. We are poor. We are nothing to them. I'm leaving town next week. And my family, too. I've already fought a losing battle. I also advise you to leave. Sometimes you just need to admit that you lost. And we lost. Stop it. You seem to be giving some wise speeches. You are just a liar, like Luca, his dad, and me. Don't be foolish to call me again. I rushed out, my heart pounding, and things get more difficult from there. Weeks passed and the valley began to empty. Families arranged their lives. I cannot stand it. One day, I stood on the street shouting, "Why did you give up? This is our home!" But they kept going. Head bowed, defeated. Tears blurred my vision as I watched the bulldozers rumble closer. It feels like it's over. Until Luca suddenly appeared with a group of people carrying briefcases with a stern look.
Stop, bulldozers! We're not done here yet.
What are you doing, Luca?
I will fight once. My father, your dad, they have gone too far. These lawyers and I discovered illegal transactions. Linda, we are saving the valley.
Are you serious about this?
I feel very miserable about what happened at the restaurant. I'm just trying to help you stay away from this whole situation. Before he found out how deeply involved his father was. I know that will only cause you pain. I'm sorry. I overreacted that day. And I think we will never win this war. But now we can.
On the authority of these documents, any further construction is illegal. Stop operating immediately.
Luke, the bulldozer engine is disconnected, and everything was silent for a second. Then, everywhere, people cheered and clapped. People were laughing and crying with joy all around us. We actually won. We saved our house. I ran to Luca and hugged him so tightly that we almost fell. I vented my anger at Tanya. She is my friend, and I know she feels trapped in this situation. And Dad is not. I've never seen him, and I never want to. I just hope one day he will face justice for his crimes.
Hi there, I'm Melissa. I grew up in a small town in Turkey, and I recently found out that I'm adopted. And my dad doesn't know I know. Since then, all I've wanted is to find my real parents. Alright, let's dive into my crazy adventure. I never met my mother, but I was raised by the most incredible father. He was a carpenter, and even though we were never wealthy, I had everything I required. What I cherished most were books. Dad would read to me every night, and I became obsessed. When I joined school and discovered the library, I felt like I'd gone to heaven. And I always preferred my friends from stories over real people. Once in 6th grade, I needed to use the dictionary. So I went to Dad's room and climbed a stool to take it down from the shelf. Just then, the stool under me wobbled, and I went crashing to the floor with some books. As I started picking everything up, I saw something that left me shook. It was a picture of a couple holding a baby, and the woman looked exactly like me. She had to be my mom, and the man next to her was my real dad. I turned the picture over and all it said was Vienna, 2005. That was the year I was born. Were my biological parents in Vienna? I slipped the picture into my pocket. Dad had hidden it, and I needed to understand why. I planned to confront him that evening, but he didn't come home. Hours passed, and he wouldn't even pick up his phone. Just then, there was a loud knock on the door, and it was Dad's friends from work bringing him in a wheelchair. Oh my God, Dad, what happened? He'd had a terrible fall at work and wasn't allowed to walk for months. Even after he fully healed, he had a lasting limp. Now, I set aside all thoughts of questioning him about my biological parents. I didn't want to make things harder for him. Once in the 8th grade, I'd gone with Dad to the market, when suddenly he got a cramp in his leg and lost his balance. He went crashing straight into a wealthy-looking man, who in turn fell onto a food seller stall, bringing down the whole thing with him. As I helped Dad up, the wealthy man turned to him furiously.
You blind, ignorant man! Look what you've done! My suit is ruined! Do you know what it costs? More than your house, I'm sure!
Don't talk to my father like that. He didn't do it intentionally. He has an injured leg.
So why is this cripple going around causing trouble for everyone else? I want the money for my suit!
You may have all the wealth in the world, sir, but you certainly don't have any compassion. My father's ailment is something he can't help. But what's your excuse for your cold, unfeeling, dead heart?
Hey kid, just shut up, and...
But just then, a rich-looking lady stepped forward.
Don't talk like that to the child. Will this solve your problem?
She waved a thick bundle of cash in his face. In 2 seconds, the man's anger was gone. The rich lady even gave money to the stall owner, and she offered to take me and Dad home. We invited her in, and soon after she said something completely unexpected.
I'm so impressed with you, Melissa. And this might sound strange, but would you like to come live with me in Vienna? I would love to send you to a really good school.
Vienna? That's where my real parents were from. This was my chance to look for them. She even said she'd hired Dad as a handyman on her estate. I was really eager to go. And within a week, we'd packed up our lives and moved. The lady's estate was 5 times larger than my school. And Dad and I were given a small cottage to live in. And just a few days later, the lady told me I'd be joining her daughter's school. On my first day, as I walked up to the lady's car, a girl suddenly pushed me aside.
Oh, maid! Where do you think you're going? Go clean something!
Where are your manners? Rose, this is the amazing girl I told you about, and I'd like you two to be friends.
Oh, she's your charity case. She looks like her only friends would be cows and baby goats.
And what is so distasteful about being friends with such lovely creatures? May I ask?
No, you may not ask me anything. Who talks like that? Freak!
I stay quiet during all the commutes to our school, but Rose doesn't. When we arrived, she yelled at me.
Hey, hurry up, poor cat. If I'm late, it's on you.
You're a jerk! Suddenly, a guy walks up to me.
Hey, welcome to the new school, loser.
Wow, who were these people? Turns out the jerk was in my class along with Rose. I could see them all looking me up and down, but I just ignored them. Later at recess, I sat alone, reading. The boy took a seat at my table with his friends behind him.
I don't think I introduced myself before. I'm Vincent. What's your name?
You can call me whatever you like. After all, what's in a name?
Huh, what are you saying?
Would a rose smell less sweet if it was named garbage? Would a fire not burn us if it was called a flower? Would I be less annoyed by you if my name wasn't Melissa? The answer is no.
Why are you talking like that, weirdo? So your name's Melissa? That's kinda pretty.
You don't need to remember it. I don't think we'll have much to do with each other. And with that, I just left.
Aw, poor Vincent. How does it feel to be rejected by a girl?
Oh, please. I just need a little time with her, and she'll be head over heels in love. I can work my magic on any girl.
Well, I'm not so sure about this one.
Challenge accepted.
It was no surprise that Vincent and Rose were best friends, and their gang was the meanest bunch of kids around. I'd see them picking on smaller kids at recess, or poking fun at their classmates. They didn't even spare the teachers. So I was horrified when the physics teacher announced that I'd be paired with Vincent for a project. But he looked delighted. I tried ignoring him and was reading the science book to figure out something, when suddenly he snatched it from me.
Why are you always staring at a book when you could be looking at more beautiful things like me?
I don't have time for your nonsense! Vincent, give that back!
Okay, but only if you agree to go out with me.
I'd rather jump off a cliff!
Wrong answer!
And with that, he ripped some pages out and threw the book in the trash bin. What is the matter with you? Don't you have any respect for anyone or anything? God, you're such an imbecile.
Why do you use such strange words? An imbe, what?
What now? An imbecile. It means a fool, an idiot, a dummy, a moron. I pushed him away and he went crashing into our half-finished project. I didn't even care. There was no way I was working with him. A few days later, I was walking back home when suddenly it started to pour heavily. As I dashed through the rain, a car stopped me and Vincent rolled down the window.
Hey, you're gonna get sick! Get in the car!
I'd rather catch pneumonia.
Oh my god, just get in! Hate me later!
Reluctantly, I got in, and a minute later we were driving up to his gigantic mansion. He quickly led me to the fireplace in the library, and my mouth was just wide open. Never seen so many books in one place in my whole life. What a treasure this is!
Well, you're welcome to take some. I don't read them, and my parents are hardly ever here.
I felt a bit sorry for him. That sounded lonely. And suddenly I remembered something. Oh my god, my parents' picture. I dug through my pockets to find it all wet, and I started flapping it around to dry it.
What's that? And why are you acting crazy?
It's the only picture I have of my real parents. I told him how I'd discovered it, and that I carried it around with me, hoping I'd find them somewhere.
I think I could help you with that. My parents know a good private investigator. He could probably track them down.
Do you really mean that? That would be amazing! Thank you so much! As we spent some time talking, I felt myself warming up to Vincent. I suddenly turned to him. Vincent, why do you act that way in school?
What do you mean?
I mean, you have everything in the world, and you're wasting every opportunity to learn. And all you do is tease and mock other people. I'm sure your life isn't perfect, but that's not an excuse to be the worst version of yourself. Most of the time I thought he'd be really mad. But instead he took my hand.
I'm sorry, you've only seen the worst of me. I'll try to change that.
He kissed me on the cheek before he turned away. And for some reason I couldn't stop smiling all the way home. As I was walking down to the cottage, Rose suddenly jumped out from behind a tree.
Is that Vincent's car you just got off from? Why?
It's none of your business, Rose.
Vincent is very much my business. I know you have a wild imagination, but don't start dreaming that someone like him could ever like you. I pushed her aside and walked off. She was crazy, as if I wanted someone like Vincent. Or did I? He was just so nice. After that day, he'd come sit next to me in the cafeteria, help me carry my stuff. And one time, as I was walking back home, he leapt out of a car and decided to walk with me. He told me the investigator was hopeful we'd find my parents really soon. And a few days later, when he asked me to be his date for the Christmas dance at school, I really couldn't refuse. Dad had surprised me one evening with the most beautiful dress, and at the dance, I felt like someone straight out of a fairy tale. I was searching for Vincent in the hall when I felt a gentle tap on my shoulder.
Wow, you look really beautiful, Melissa.
He took my hand and led me to the dance floor, and it felt like we were in our own little world. At the end of the song, he suddenly pulled me closer and leaned in to kiss me. Everyone around us was clapping and cheering as I kissed him back. During the evening, I went to freshen up in the bathroom, and when I returned, I found Vincent in a corner with Rose and his friends.
Wow, Vincent, you really take a challenge seriously. You said you could make any girl fall for you, and you proved it. That kiss could have fooled even me. Melissa has totally fallen for your Prince Charming act. It's gonna be so much fun when you dump her.
That's what I was, a challenge! Vincent looked shocked as they all turned around to see me behind them.
No, Melissa, wait! It's not what you...
I suddenly slapped him hard. Why did I think you were actually a decent human being? You even pretended to help me find my parents just to convince me that you cared. You're the most vile person I've had the misfortune to meet. I hate you. No, I despise you. I didn't go to school for days. I just didn't want to see anyone's face. But one day, Dad walked into my room holding a package.
A boy from your school dropped this, saying it was important. Forgive me for opening it first, but Melissa, you've known about your parents, and you've been looking for them.
Wait, what? Dad? I'm sorry. I just needed to know. He gave me the package as he sat down on my bed, and I looked through the papers with trembling hands. The first was a newspaper clipping saying my parents were politicians who had been sentenced to prison for 25 years for stealing state funds.
I worked at your parents' house. When they were arrested, you were going to be sent to an orphanage, and I just really wanted a kid. So I adopted you. Melissa, I kept the truth from you because I thought it would only make you upset. I'm sorry if I haven't been the best dad.
I jumped forward and hugged him, tears pouring down my face. No! You're the most amazing dad anyone could possibly have. I just wanted to know who they were. But it's not because I've ever been unhappy with you as my father. Not ever. Dad hugged me back.
If you ever want to see them, I'll arrange a visit, okay? It won't bother me at all. I know you're my daughter. By the way, that boy just left if you want to talk to him.
I ran out the door after Vincent, who was walking down to the gate. Why did you do that? Your stupid challenge was over, right? Why did you make an effort to find my parents?
Melissa, it did start off as a stupid challenge, and I wasn't planning on falling for you. But I did. Almost instantly. What I feel for you is real and true. I wouldn't have made all that effort if I didn't love you. You're the most special girl I've ever met, and you make me want to be a better person. I'm so sorry for hurting you. Please forgive me, will you?
I looked into his earnest eyes and slowly smiled. I'd rather go down with the Titanic. But I stepped closer and pulled him in for a kiss.